When people say Somalia is a failed state, it hurts me, to be honest. It hurts me deep down in my heart.
Adam and Abdi are two of the 9 million ethnic Somalis living outside of Somalia. Their families left the country's brutal civil war, seeking a better life overseas. But now, they're going back. In this film, we'll follow them as they reconnect with their homeland.
I think it's like a generation of us that's quite lost in a way.
And join them on a mission to unite Somalia's divided clans.
They'll say, you don't look like Mogadishu people. Huh?
Adam and Abdi face a huge challenge.
It's not London. You have to adapt to what Mogadishu is doing.
As they return to Somalia.
When I left my hometown in northern east in Somalia, I remember that morning I was crying like a baby because I did not want to leave. For me to go to a different country and experience a different world, it was something that scared me.
My family moved to London early 90s and I joined my mom early 2000. It wasn't my choice, but it was my grandmom told me, oh yeah, you're going to see your mom.
Today, Adam and Abdi live in West London and run an NGO called ATM, the Anti-Tribalism Movement.
Anti-Tribalism Movement is a youth-led organisation which aims to educate tribal communities about tribalism. Tribalism means discrimination. In Somalia, there is a smaller tribes compared to the bigger ones, and those smaller tribes have no rights whatsoever. They don't get nothing in the political power sharing, and we are trying to be the voice of those voiceless people.
In just 2 days, Abdi and Adam will be leaving London to bring the anti-tribalism movement to Somalia, where tribal conflicts are a major obstacle to peace.
People used to get raped because they come from different tribes. People used to get killed simply because they were from different tribes. And those scenes are the scenes that will stick to the history of Somalia for a long period of time. We believe if we can get the people of Mogadishu to be tolerant and to value their differences, the whole country will be a peaceful one day.
Tonight, Abdi and Adam are having a farewell meal. It's an opportunity to spend some time with their close friends before they depart.
How have your families reacted to you going?
My mum thinks I'm a bit cuckoo, but if we don't become the change that we want to see in Somalia, nobody else will do it.
Mogadishu is where I grew up and I can see the rest of my life living there. I would say that probably 3-4 years' time, I'm willing to go back there and live the rest of my life and probably have my family in Mogadishu.
I'm just worried about the security side. Just the suicide bombing is scary part.
There is no way, no how that we can stop Al-Shabaab coming in with their thing, or anybody else that's looking for something bad. So the risk element is that, but I think if it meant to be, it meant to be.
I've been brought up here in London, but I don't fully fit in every aspect of life here in London. I think it's like a generation of us that's quite lost in a way. So I know the London side of me, I know the England, UK side of me, but I feel like the African and Somali side of me, I haven't explored yet.
My lifestyle, the way I'm living right now, Somalia's not ready for me. It's not compatible. I think it might be a bit too backward for us, I think. You see, I won't say that. It was like, we. No. I know that.
Inshallah, they will be very successful, and good luck, inshallah.
I miss you, bro. Hey, that's their day.
I heard you guys are going to Mogadishu though. Good luck.
Yeah,
when are you going?
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow? Yeah. Good luck. Have a safe journey.
Inshallah.
Say hello to Mogadishu for me.
Yeah,
Try not to get shot.
Have you been there? Have you ever been there recently? Or?
No, I've never been there.
I've never been there?
Well, when I was a baby. That was the last time. 93, 92.
Are you willing to go back there anytime soon, or what do you think about the situation?
As soon as I get enough money to go back, inshallah, I'm off.
Have you seen what's going on the news?
I know what's going on. I'm aware of what's happening, but still, that's where I belong to.
Look at me, look at my country, Syria. Have you seen what's going on in Syria? I can't go back. They take teens. I should be in an army this year. If you're gonna leave here, you're missing out lots of stuff. Right. One, like in London, there's a democracy. In the UK, freedom. In Somalia, you lot don't have justice, no human rights, nothing.
justice, human rights, all this freedom in the UK didn't come in one night. So we can actually say, oh yeah, and UK has all this. Yep, Somalia can have this. All right, anyway, I wish you all the best.
And good luck when you go back to
All right,
Somalia.
thanks a lot, bro.
Adam and Abdi have only half a day to pack everything they need for their return to Somalia, including equipment for their anti-tribalism movement event.
They act like they've never travelled before.
I feel actually a little bit shocked. I never thought they will say I'm going to Somalia so soon. It took me a couple of days to think about it and to accept it here.
Mahir.
I love this color. Take care of yourself, guys. I love it. Yeah, safe journey.
Inshallah.
And I hope see you back.
Inshallah.
Adam and Abdi finally land in Mogadishu. For Abdi, arriving here has an added significance. Waiting for him is his father, who he hasn't seen for 10 years.
I'm actually a bit emotional. I'm actually excited to see my dad for the first time over 10 years. There's no words to describe how I'm feeling actually at the moment. That's how happy I am.
Very happy to see him coming back to this country. Yes, and I'm very excited, very excited.
A member of the anti-tribalism movement, Abdi Rashid is collecting them from the airport, and it isn't long before the difficulties of operating in Mogadishu present themselves.
They'll say you don't look like Mogadishu people, but you're Somali, no matter which passport we have. Yeah, and we come here to help Somali people.
Leaving quickly to avoid arrest, Adam and Abdi immediately head across town to meet with their fellow ATM activists in Mogadishu.
ummadda dhibaataysan inaanu xal u raadino inaan wanaaggeeda raadino inaan codka dhalinyarada Soomaaliyeed ku hadalno
haddaynu qabyaalada dilnana waad ogtihiin inay ummadda Soomaaliyeed siday ahaan jirtay ku soo noqonayso dhammaantiin waa roogna.
What I hear about the youngsters is negative, but I see a completely different image of that. I've seen youngsters coming together because of they care about their country.
Adam and Abdi are advised not to stay at one location for long periods of time. The security situation in Somalia's capital has shifted from a military frontline conflict to one of guerrilla suicide attacks and targeted killings. As leaders of the anti-tribalism movement, they are both particularly at risk.
To wake up in Mogadishu for the first day, it feels good, to be honest.
I think it was one of the days that I felt like, wow, I'm actually in Mogadishu. It was like, let me get to know the city, let me bow this.
Whoa. It looks like slums, why? It's like slums.
Welcome to Mogadishu.
This is what they call the inferior tribes, but the indigenous, they're the people of the country.
2 decades of conflict have destroyed countless homes and left an estimated 1.5 million Somalis internally displaced. Many live in makeshift camps around the city. Much of the Mogadishu that Adam and Abdi remember is in ruins.
Oh my God, look at this. Look, this is the mosque of the Somali president.
That's the outcome of 20 years of civil war. That's the Somali National Theatre. Probably, how long was it, Adam, ago? It was like, I think 2 months ago, there was explosion. That's the seaside. That's something you don't see in London, but you see in Mogadishu. I've seen a lot of bad sides of the city today, but I think this is the place that you're going to forget all the negative side of Mogadishu.
It was almost 7 years ago, the last time I've been here, but I'm feeling happy.
I actually had a good time. This is the life that's supposed to live, mate.
The following day, it's time for Adam and Abdi to begin the daunting task of organizing their event.
Today we're actually going to see the mayor of Mogadishu Tessin to talk about our new office. We're not even asking them to give us a funding and all that, we just need the place. Then we will build our own self.
We went to the government palace last night, and also all the ministers that were there, they agreed that it's the right time for anti-tribalism movement to conduct workshops and seminars. So politicians feel, yes, there is a huge need for it.
Without a base to work from or a location for their key event, the boys won't be able to fulfill their ambition of bringing the ATM movement to Somalia. They're hoping the mayor of Mogadishu can help.
waana wax umadu u baahan tahay runtii waana waqtigeedii buu joogaa qabyaaladu waxay associate la tahay tayaxumada ayada associate la xiqdiga ayada associate la xasadka ayada associate la
maamulka waxyaabahan weydiisanna waxay tahay si aan anagu u shaqo galno ilaahu ma qolku bilaabato ilaahu meel shaqo ka jirta ha noqoto meel hool ha noqoto dhalinyaradiina saan qorshahayga ugu gudbino maskaxdoodana u bedelno
waxaa jirta qolal dhaho dhalinyarada qaranka Soomaaliyeed ayaa jirta waxay leeyihiin meel anagu aan yaraha ka gaajinay anagu ma liin sarta laakiin aan hagaajinay inaad available meeshaas idin kaga dhigo Abdullaahi Maxamed Nur Mahaysan meeshaas inuu idin kaga dhigo oo dhalinyaradana marmar bay isugu yimaadaan
Went really well. He spoke to one of the spaces that he has, and they've given us their space, so we're going to call them now and get their space and see it. But it's a good start. It's a good start for the day. It's better than nothing, but it's pretty small. The hall is small. They said it takes up 150 bowls or something that takes more than that. And also they have the little 2 rooms at the back for offices. It wouldn't be an ideal location for us, to be honest.
Despite Adam and Abdi's disappointment with this property, Mogadishu is actually experiencing a revival of its unique architecture. This can be seen in the many murals painted on the exteriors of buildings. Mogadishu's surge in regeneration has allowed Somali artists like Dawood Salad to now focus on bringing their business back to life.
dhibaato badan xadaa waxaan noo dhintay anaga la wiil ayaan dhacdaas oo dagaaladii yar saaxiibkeena oo isku loodnay ani xabada ugu dhaceen waa ka kacay alxamdulillah shuun cadaa ku tusi karaa
Dawood Salad is now focusing on training new artists to work for him and build a local enterprise in Mogadishu.
si fiican u soo tare horumar iyo dhaqdhaqaaqi abuur shaqo badan aad macnaha socodka horumar laakiin xilliyada dagaalada dhibaato la socday macnaha wax oo horumar oo kordhishiisha ma lahayn.
The following day, Adam and Abdi continue their search for a venue.
We're in City Plaza. It's one of the biggest hotels in Mogadishu, and we might hold our event in here. So we're just gonna check the hall and how big it is.
Welcome to City Plaza Hotel.
Wow, this is massive.
Yeah. Let me show you.
This is the place to be, mate. By coming inside City Plaza Hotel, we don't feel like you're in Mogadishu anymore somehow.
I think the place is wonderful. It's better. It's the best of the places that we've seen. Hopefully we're gonna do the event here. The cost, I haven't get to the details yet, but I am assuming it's not that expensive, so it's okay.
imsal u keenaya marka qofkii wuxuu dhahay something like I don't know $7 $10 qofkii $10 so roughly if we invite around 400 people and each person is $10 that would be like $4,000 so which is like 3,000 pounds. That's so expensive. We don't even do that in London.
maalin 4 saacadood ashmiik ku darsatiin iyadana qarash kale noqonayso maaha.
It's quite expensive. I cannot imagine this is Mogadishu, so expensive. The venues in London is not this expensive.
Abdi and Adam hope the venue agree to a reduced rate, otherwise the City Plaza Hotel will be too expensive. To add to their worries, the boys are struggling to get their NGO accredited by the government, which is required in order for them to host their event.
For the last 2 days, it's been tough, and things are a bit harder than I thought.
It's so difficult to get anything in Mogadishu. Everywhere you go to, every minister that you go to, every agency that you go to, they'll tell you, oh, come back to me at 3 o'clock, and you come back at 3 o'clock, and they're not there. And you call them up, and they say, oh, can I call you back in a minute? And they don't call you back.
In the meantime, they both need to recruit a number of volunteers who'll staff the event.
aniga waxaan ka mid noqon doonaa kuwaas oo idinla wareegi doona insha Allah oo waxa dadka marka inoo soo galaan inay soo salaamo.
Meetings held in public like this are a recent development in Mogadishu. This restaurant is run by Ahmed Jama, who returned from London in 2008.
When I set up the restaurant here, this was a front line. 100 feet, there was a Sababta, and this was a defensive for the army. When I compare Mogadishu now, it's getting better. And I'm hoping a lot of people like me, they're gonna come in and show them people how to live, show them how to make businesses.
In October 2012, another restaurant owned by Ahmed was blown up, killing 11 people. Despite the relative peace we see now, violence is never far away.
I received a phone call from one of the ministers, and they said to me there was an explosion somewhere in Mogadishu, so be careful and limit your movements in Mogadishu. So that there is clearly a risk of explosions now, and our event is tomorrow. So that adds a bit of worries to the plate now. I didn't get a proper sleep last night because every 2 minutes I had to think about security. If anything happens, would you be leaving with this guilty feelings that it was you guys that have got these people together in this venue?
Adam and Abdi receive word that the City Plaza Hotel will host the event at an affordable price. But to ensure only those invited attend, the boys must produce professional invitations.
The invitation cards will be the same size as this, and it's pretty much similar writing as we have anyway. We actually haven't negotiated with the price, and the guy was like, oh, I'm going to print it out straight away. So that's one thing that I need to go and speak to him about it.
London and Nairobi. If you come here while you are not Somali, you are saying, this was not doing in London like this. This is not London, this is Mogadishu. You have to adapt to what Mogadishu is doing.
It's so expensive, you know that. For 400 invitations, $200. In London, that's £30. This is irritating me, man. I can't handle this much of cost.
Security guards advise that the boys move on. They've been negotiating at this location long enough.
Come back to you in an hour time.
Their presence here could bring about unwanted attention. However, without their official government accreditation, their work up to this point may all be in vain.
We're in a race against time, and it's so difficult, to be honest, to organize everything.
It's less than 48 hours still.
Bloody hell. Less than 48 hours?
Less than 48 hours, yeah. Time is ticking.
Mission accomplished. High five.
That's right. The authorization letter from the Ministry of the Youth and Sport. And it's official that now we can do activities in the country. And it's official that we register in the country.
The ministry is proud to recommend anti-tribalism movement. So this is the letter that we've been running after for so long. 7 days of going back and coming back, meeting after meeting, minister after minister. Finally, we're there.
For the first time since they arrived in Mogadishu, all the elements are in place for tomorrow's inaugural ATM event.
All right, listen, first 3 is half an hour, because each one of them is going to speak 10 minutes.
But there are still plenty of last-minute preparations, which continue long into the night. It is the morning of the event.
kuraasta hore aan tartiib u wada fadhiisano qofna kursigiisa dhaqdhaqaajinin
Abdi and Adam have invited some of Somalia's most influential people. As a result, the African Union's military forces have been drafted in to enhance security.
Outside is queuing up, so that's only my worries. And the security checks, they're searching you inside out. So probably that it will take each person, it will take 2 minutes. You can imagine how long will that take? They're taking so long. They're taking like 2 minutes per person.
No, that is security. We have not compromised with security. We have to check.
You know, check. Like, but if you can speed it up, it would be nice.
No, speeding up, then we shall have a mistake. We need to be thorough. Yeah. So at least security part, let us. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
This is gonna delay our schedule.
We got that confirmation the Prime Minister's coming. That's one of the reasons that the AU here, the African Union, that's one of the reasons that they're doing the checking and all this dog sniffing and all that.
Adam and Abdi haven't left enough time for the security checks, and with the success of their event on the line, tensions boil over.
Okay, let them go. I'm not take you حبوا معان أنا قد تطبع عسيك فهمت ما عندنا نيك الصورة رقم يا عيالك كذا اللي يرضى ذا أنا لو رقم من ساعة نروح علين هلو رقم من ساعة دبلة ما أنت هسكنت تشري سوق خشارين أو نلحق وسوق تطبيق أنا كنت شري سوق الشيء ما شغال ذا أصلا مسوي كان يدين
Don't be aggressive to your brother.
No, there's no one aggressive. All you have to do is talk to us politely, and we will follow the rules.
Every single piece of equipment has to be searched, delaying the start even further. Inside, the guests are seated and waiting.
So therefore, they should get ready.
Eventually, after months of preparation, the anti-tribalism movement is ready to host its first event in Mogadishu. And the Prime Minister of the time, Abdi Muhammad Ali, takes to the stage.
Somalia hadda 20 sano xolaadii dib ay ku jirtay dhibaatadaas sabab oo yahay qabyaalad. Marka maadaama marka ay caqabad ku tahay wada qabsiga iyo horumarka dalka waxa laga maarmaana in laga hor yimaado in isku meel looga soo wareejiyo.
The Prime Minister left a couple of minutes ago, and that gives us less pressure. Now everything is going according to the plan.
It's a different environment that we're not familiar with. It's going well. We're doing good so far.
As the crowd filters out of the venue, it dawns on Adam, Abdi and Abdi Rashid just what they have achieved.
You see the celebration and the face of those mothers. They're celebrating that at least there's a youth that has felt the pain of tribalism and they're doing something about it.
I couldn't be any happier than this. You could tell by the people's faces how happy they are, how excited they are.
The event was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It's timely, it's needed. It's time for reconciliation and healing.
The biggest resource we have is youth. And they are targeting youth in a manner where nobody targeted before.
Hey, where's mine?
They say it's wonderful, you guys are the stars, you guys are the leaders of tomorrow.
Actually, they're saying I'm the star.
Okay, you are the star, Abdi. I don't mind.
Adam and Abdi have taken the first steps on their mission to help eradicate tribalism in Somalia. But they have also started to rediscover their identity as Somali citizens. Their story is one that is repeated right across Mogadishu, as Somalia's capital city begins a new chapter in its history.
I don't think if I go back to London, I would be the same person I was before. There's a lot of things that I can do for myself and for my people. and I can't see my future living in Somalia.
The old way of doing things, of clan division, hasn't worked. It hasn't worked for 21 years. We need the young people to take the initiative and say, enough is enough. If we don't take that challenge and if we don't make a change, nobody will make a change for us.